So this is the time where you have to have your mind set on you're only going to think of things, your thought process, right? Are only going to think of things, are only going to be revolving around things that you want. Because everything starts in your mind, right? And since we're humans that, let's say, are very much like distracted a lot of times, very much like, your desires, your flesh want to be fulfilled, you now have to shift your focus to what needs the most attention. Because if you're trying to change your life the most that you can before, or let's even say once 2025 you want to be fully prepared, you have to create a list that you will follow. Now I want y'all to get that on your good days, you have to honestly make up for your bad days to come. It's not that you have to be fixed or, that saying of like, for a rainy day, like you're saving it for a rainy day. That's true, but I'm saying that's not what you want to focus on regardless. You just want it to be that when your fullest potential is ready to be at its peak, that is the exact day, right? Because we're not worried about what the flesh or what this world looks like or what's the external. We're not worried about that, right? So because of that, when you go ahead and decide in your mind that, okay, I know what distracts me or sets me back, once you made up your mind that I know what I got to take out, you have to, on, let's say, on a really, really good day, go all in on that. Because the reason why is because when you're trying to have true change and you really mean it and you want to be that one, because you can be, right? You have to understand that there's levels and processes. So if we know habits that you continuously do become natural and become a routine, right? And that all also means that you can't really do too much at once. Take one habit, one small habit leads to another equals to big wins, right? So it's a formula. So if we're going from that, then it has to transition to what you're doing, right? That will then mean make sure 100% that you are going ahead and switching yourself, changing yourself that exact moment you feel like you can completely do it. Because we get so locked in on like time, right? We know God that we know God is infinite, right? So time doesn't matter to him, right? We're humans. We go off of time because what our external tells us is that we have a due date. We have times that come up. We have morning, evenings. But again, we're not supposed to be fixed on that because, again, also it's another topic. So, since I'm saying your focus has to start with making up your mind, because once you decided, oh, I'm going to get up, you're going to get up. You get what I mean? Or once you say, okay, like 5 more minutes, and then you say, but I won't be on my phone because you know your phone is going to hold you back 5 more minutes, then you won't do that. So your best days also mean, for instance, if you can work more hours, do that. If you can go to the gym that day, do that. Now, I want y'all to look at the things that seem hard or are hard as a positive thing so you can switch your emotions to believe because it's beliefs that we operate off of, right? So when you believe that, okay, this is negative, this makes me so stressed out, I hate when I do this, I hate this feeling, it makes it harder to do it, bottom line, right? You could hate your job, you could, and hate is a strong word, love is a strong word, fear is strong, all those are powerful emotions and feelings that we can go through, right? So this is why you have to choose wisely of what you do, right? And the power is really in the tongue. So it starts with your thought process. You make your mind up and you're speaking it into existence as you're making the actions. Because what we do in the physical is only a small portion of all that matters. If we are operating off of three things, and that's going to be the components of having a body, which is our flesh, then we have our mind, right? Which is going to be our brain, and then we have our spirit, right? And we can also attach that to our soul. So if that's going to be the case and our spirit and our mind is going to be way more important, way more powerful, as the Bible does say, like, don't feed your flesh, feed your spirit, right? So then if we're going to go based off of that, and however you have your system set up, just knowing again that it starts in your mind, that it's within you in your mind. Once you've done that, and that's why the other stuff that we do as far as writing and affirmations and vision boards. And if y'all want a custom affirmation for me or you want to check out others that I have, you can check out my website. There is different stuff out there, even mindset mastery, to really understand the stuff that I'm saying on a different level and consultations. So to just backtrack real quick, when we understand that it starts all in our mind and that's what matters the most, you want to say those things, but you also want things that's going to help you. So these are your assistants, right? So you can hear all day the formula of write it down, right? Have a vision board, know where you're headed, keep in your notes, right? Set alarms, have a schedule. But obviously, our final step is acting out on it. So that's what I'm saying. Be really fixed on how is your mind feeling? How is your external gonna look like based off of your mind? You don't want to be the one that has to have a mind that's not worked on or that isn't operating off of discipline, so you haven't mastered your emotions, because all that's going to do is set you back. Then you're going to have worse days or bad feelings such as, oh, I didn't do enough, or oh man, the year is coming to an end, or the year just started, or I'm mid-year and I didn't do enough. You get what I mean? So it's like you have to not let the things that can impact you, and you also have to, part of giving yourself grace, bounce back every single time. And when you have any moments of not having the best days, you do what you can. Now, the other stuff, like what you can do as far as writing down, vision boards, all that stuff, I will cover it in a different video. I didn't want this video to be about this, only because this is really more of an introduction. And yeah, and also I do want to just touch on so many different stuff. So I'm trying to just really learn how to keep it around certain stuff for certain videos and do the continuations as I already do on my other channel. So this channel is a bit different. Well, this video might go on my first channel. Anyways, that's besides the point. I just know there's gonna be more. And focus on your mind, all right? Let that be the main focus. Let yourself know where you're headed and get out of your comfort zone. All right, take care of yourself in all aspects. I love y'all. Bye, y'all.